my friends, welcome. This is going to be a quick one because this book is so good and I've read it a handful of times and it continues to freaking boggle my mind. It's a phenomenal book. Those of you that have asked, like, why am I doing this, is one of the reasons is because I get asked almost daily, like, what my top books are. What are, like, my top 5 books or my top 10 books, or what books would I recommend? And so I think a cool way to share that with all of you guys is just show you what I'm reading every single day. And if you choose to tune in, you can tune in. If you don't want to, that's fine. But I study every single day, every morning. I'm reading books. So I figured I'd use this as a way, instead of answering every single question with like 1 or 2 pictures of books, I'll just show you what I'm reading every single day and what my little nuggets are, what my little takeaways are from reading. I don't know how many of you have read this book, but I actually bought this for my daughter. I was at Costco and I'd heard about it. She had heard about it. She said, "Dad, can I get this book?" And I've never said no to my kids on a book. They want to buy a freaking this or that. No, maybe not. But if they say I want to buy a book, I've never said no to a book. So my daughter actually bought this and read it, and then she gave it to me. I said, "When you're done reading it, give it to me, because I want to read it." And she said, "Okay." And so when I read this book, it completely opened up my eyes to a couple different things, but it's difficult to explain the book. So I'm just going to share with you like my one takeaway from today, which is like we could spend all day talking about it. But the name of the book is The Alchemist. Many of you probably have read this or seen it or know about it, but it is a game changer. It's an app changer as far as books go. And there's 2 things that as I read this morning, I always like, I'm sitting here looking at the back cover of it, and the quote is literally like, it's one of those things where this book opens you up to a completely new reality of like how your mind works, like what you're really here for. The thing that freaks me out at 38, not freaks me out, but like at 38 years old, I'm looking at it going, holy crap, I've learned so much, but yet I don't know anything. Like, I'm 38, and like I could be dead in a year. I could be dead in 5. I could be dead in 10. Like, I could be halfway through this like existence, and like, what do I really know? What have I really learned? What have I really mastered, right? Most people don't think that way. We're just all about grind, hustle, pay off the house, buy the vacation home, and all this other shit. Next thing you know, we're 80 years old and sitting in a rocking chair going, what just happened? I've never met a single person or read a single biography from a millionaire or a billionaire or an influential person that said they wish they'd have worked more. Never read one. Every single one of them was like, if I could go back and do it all over again, I'd spend more time with my kids. I'd spend more time doing the stuff that I want to do. But what's fascinating is what's written just on the back of the book. It says, to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. Like, I truly believe, my personal opinion is that the reason that we're here on this existence, whether you believe in God or not, is like to master our minds, is to like learn to control this thing. Because this thing's insane. It's crazy. It's like the most hyperactive, insanely robust computer on the planet, and it never fills up. It's constantly expanding, and like it's telling us lies, it's telling us truth, it's making our heart feel things and our soul feel things. And that's what's dope about this book, is it talks about your personal legend. Like, what's your personal legend? But as I picked up the book this morning, as I started reading, like, I flipped to the back, and that quote, to realize one's destiny, a person's only obligation, like, that shit just boggles my mind. It blows my mind. Because most people will never answer that question. Most people will go through life and like never truly understand that or make that their mission. We make our mission the house, the job, the things, all of the temporal things, that this is the life, this is what we're supposed to do. But to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. I think it's freaking phenomenal. I'm not even going to share what I read this morning. I'll just share that with you. If you guys have not read this book, I highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's a game changer. It will open up your mind. It will open up your eyes. If you're really cool with being complacent, don't read it. If you actually want to learn and grow and expand your mind, and you're open to a different reality, like, this is a phenomenal book. But my personal opinion, this is why I vibe with this book, is like, what are we here for? Like, what's the purpose of this existence? Why are we legitimately here? We didn't just rocks just didn't collide in the cosmos and all of a sudden dinosaurs were here and this and that and the other. I believe that like there's a purpose for this existence. And my personal opinion is that it's self-mastery. It's mastery of the mind. It's creating and building exactly what you want, how you want it. But we're programmed not to do that. We're not to have those thoughts. But anyways, that's the reading from this morning, The Alchemist. Highly recommend you get it. It's not a religious book. It's very much a mind-opening, mind-expanding. It's not very long. It's only like 170 something pages. So it's a quick, easy read. My friends, what's the purpose? What's your purpose? Like, have you figured out your personal legend? What is your personal legend? Like, do you know your destiny? To realize one's destiny to a person with only obligation. Have you realized your destiny? Do you know what it is? Have you figured out what your personal legend is? If you have, let me know. Comment below. I'd love to hear your comments. And if you've read this, tell me what your thoughts are on the book. My friends, make it an amazing day. God bless America.